name's Jonathan. I'm from South Jersey. I grew up basically searching for acceptance most of my life. The bullying started right around 3rd grade. And by the time I got to middle school, it was unbearable. I was literally tormented and picked on, beat up, locker shut on me. It was an ongoing everyday ordeal. In my mind, I was less than human almost. And I became very depressed. It took me to the brink of a place where I never thought I would go. When it came to friends, I was willing to lay aside anything for that. I literally began to bend a lot of my morals and beliefs. Started to drink, started to smoke pot, cocaine, pills, Oxycontin. And for the first time I felt accepted. I felt as though people noticed me again. And I was still the brunt of the joke. I was just on the inside circle now, rather than on the outside looking in. And I was okay with that for the sake of, oh, I have friends. And that was my priority. I got out of high school, and in a matter of a few months, I had 5 charges, violations of probation. Finally, I got a DUI, and it ended up beginning the change. I got this lawyer, and he was only going to take my case if I went to rehab. So I found a place in Florida that was willing to accept me. Came to Florida my very first day into a rehab. They offered a choice. I could either go to church or I could go to a 12-step meeting. I get in the van, and as we're driving, all of a sudden I see signs for Calvary Chapel. The pastor comes on and starts talking about God has a plan for you. God knows you intimately. And it was in that moment, as I'm sitting there, that God began to become real. I walked forward. I didn't know what I was doing or what was about to happen, but God became real, and I knew there was something else going on. So I started bringing people from my 12-step fellowship to church. I did that for a good year, I guess. Still not really being a part of the Christian fellowship, and I knew there was something more. I knew there needed to be something else. They start talking about community groups at church and, invite some people over your house for a Bible study. And so I would just open up my home. Before long, there was like 15, 20 people in the group. I was seeing people's lives start to change. I was connecting to other Christians in ways I didn't think possible. And I just felt the call to step in, so I became a co-leader. The group in the house was growing to like 70 people every single week. I eventually took over the group. I looked around and I realized, wow, this is what I've been searching for all along. I've got a relationship with God that fills that void, that completely makes me whole. I no longer feel less than human. From every area of my life, it's become different. It started with just a relationship with Jesus, and then became a relationship with other people. And as I had that relationship with other people, my world was turned upside down. A year and a half after I started a group, God opened up all these doors, and now I'm on staff in community groups. What can I do to know this God more? What can I do to serve and be used by God so that other people can hear and know the happiness and, most importantly, the joy and love that comes only from Christ? That's what it's all about.